What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the BladesAndEDC channel, and I am back, feeling good. The cold I had me down for a few days. I was moving in slow motion, it felt like, and that may have had something to do with the NyQuil and DayQuil also. But my congestion is finally starting to really clear out. I'm feeling better. I'm about to get back into the swing of things, and today I got a really cool knife for you guys. This is a budget knife. This is a very budget-friendly knife with a very funny name and fantastic action. This is the Skallywag Tactical Mako. I love this blade shape, man. This is an axis lock that has really good action, especially when you consider how much this knife costs. This knife is regular $55, but they've been marked for $45 for months now, so I think the permanent price is just now $45. I'll link their website below. They got a bunch of other folders and fixed blades, all kinds of different knives there. This one was donated to the channel by Craig for helping him out with his knife sale stuff, and I don't know if this is going to become a giveaway knife or not, because I like this knife a lot. You talk about ergos, man. It's super ergonomic. The way they've done this micarta with these ridges, locks your hand in there. Kind of got a sharpening choil for days. I mean, you can sharpen this thing the rest of your life and you can be all right. Look at that. It's not quite a finger choil, although I can get my index finger up there just fine. If you got a bigger finger, you may struggle, but I can get mine up there. But back here is where it's really at. Your thumb lands perfectly. You got thumb studs for deployment, and you also got a fuller. Oops, sorry, under the camera. Fuller for deployment, and I prefer the studs, but the axis lock is really good. Of course, you can just whip it out, and just whip it out, whip it in, whip it out, whip it in. But yeah, very good-looking knife. The blade shape is what I like the most. Was this a drop point? Is this a clip point? I don't know. But it reminds me of like a jet. Like the cockpit of a jet for some reason. It makes me think it looks like the front end of a jet, like a fighter jet. So, and the name is Mako, M-A-K-O. The only specs they have online for this knife are the close length and the cutting edge. Close length is 4.75 inches, and they claim the cutting edge is 3.5 inches. We're going to go ahead and check some measurements real quick and get the weight on it also. It's quite lightweight for its size. We'll do some size comparisons too, because it's actually a pretty decent sized knife. Alright, let's zero those out. I'm guessing right at 4 ounces, maybe 3.8. What? I didn't realize it's that heavy. What? 4.8. You know what? I've been messing with a copper knife that you guys will see sometime after this video. It's an Olight knife that can only come out during OFAN day. So you'll see that video during OFAN day, and you'll know why this felt light to me when you see that knife. Can't tell you anything about it. Other than that, it has copper scales. But let's take some measurements real quick. This is a long knife. It's pretty long. We're looking at 8.5 inches overall length. Blade length 3.5 inches, and cutting edge is going to be 3.5 because that lines up perfectly. It's about a 1/2 inch, I'd say. Let's cut an inch like that, and easier to get a better measurement. Yeah, right at a 1/2 inch. And blade thickness is going to be, zero those out. Looks like about 125 to 130 thousandths, be my guess. 140 thousandths. Well, maybe not. Go up here at the top. This top edge is just 133 thousandths. Let's get it right back here and check it. 132 thousandths. Yeah. Whoa, magnet grabbed my calipers there. Yeah, what do y'all think? I think I'm gonna dye this micarta too, and you know what color I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do purple. I'm gonna sand it down, and I'm gonna dye this micarta. One thing I did notice also, and I asked Craig about this, he may not even know, but one of the screws is gone for the pocket clip. I don't know if he took it out and used it on something else, or if it just fell out, or if they didn't use but one screw and the clip has 2 holes. No, it looks like there's a threads in there for another screw, but it's missing a pocket clip screw. But the pocket clip's really secure. It's not moving because it is milled out in the micarta scale, so it sits down in there flush. They've done some pretty cool milling here, give this thing ridges. So one thing I don't like about this, I don't like the color of this micarta. I don't know how well this is going to take color, but I'm going to take it apart and sand it and put some color on it for sure. I may even try to take those ridges all the way out, make this out a little bit and thin it up some, give it a more streamlined look. I don't know. I'm definitely going to dye it, but cool knife, guys. Very cool knife for the money. $45 is what this knife costs. I'm not affiliated with Skallywag Tactical. Why they thought that was a good name, I don't know. I wish it big giant thing here too either. You know, if you want to put a small skull crossbone somewhere, go for it. Make it smaller, or put a flat pivot and put it on your pivot. I don't know. Don't need all that on there. 440C on the blade still, so it is a stainless steel. Not the greatest steel in the world, but definitely far from the worst. And it's actually a pretty decent steel in my opinion. Yeah, Fuller does work too. I know it didn't look like it in the video because I'm under the camera, and the camera is only like less than 12 inches off the desk, so that's the Fuller action. Fuller is good. Only problem I have with it is occasionally it's kind of large for my hand, so when I'm getting down here to get the Fuller, my finger keeps getting in the way of the axis lock, and the axis lock is coming up and hitting my finger with the way I grip it for some reason. I could probably adjust my grip like that and grip down a little lower and hit the Fuller a little lower, and it'll work better. But yeah, pretty cool knife, guys. If you guys own one of these, let me know. Or any of the Skallywag Tacticals. Are any of you guys Scallywags or gals Scallywags out there? All their knives are pirate related, by the way. All right, let's do some size comparisons here. Let's do the bug out. It'll be a good one to compare because it's, like I said, this is a long knife. If I line the tips up, you know, it's got an inch or more on the bug out. Let's go ahead and do the Yojimbo 2, which is another decent full-size knife in my opinion, and it's got, you know, those two are actually about the same length, so about an inch on both of those. Let's do a Spyderco Paramilitary 2. That's a long knife, and it's got, those are almost identical in length, so it's about the exact same size of a Para 2. It's probably gonna be the best comparison I can give you. We can go ahead and do the a Shaman, Spyderco Shaman. It's kind of a longer knife. Yeah, it has probably a ½ inch on the Shaman, about a ½ inch longer than the Shaman. Let's go ahead and do some of our regulars here. We will do the Penguin. You could swallow the Penguin. I just love the shape of this. It's a good looking knife in my opinion. I'm surprised I haven't seen more people talk about this knife. That's how good I think it looks. We will go ahead and do a variant PE2. So yeah, decent sized knife. And we'll go ahead and do the sheepdogs, the full size and the mini. Here's the full size, which it's gonna have some length on it too, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna line the tips up. Yeah, it's got an inch on that. And here's the mini. It's funny when you put that thing next to a big knife. Yeah, so I'm a fan, guys. I am a fan. And when I looked this knife up and saw the price of it, I knew from the pocket clip it was a budget knife, right? I could tell that automatically. But from the action, it did not feel budgety at all to me. When I saw what the price was, I was kind of surprised it was as cheap as it was. I mean, 45 bucks for this knife is a steal in my opinion. Great action. The springs are a little bit stiffer than like a bug out for sure. It's not a bad thing though in my opinion. They're a little stiffer. The tabs are really, you get good access to the tabs, the pull tabs there. So if you look at a bug out, see how they just barely raise up, and they're almost flush with the scale, right? They're just barely above the scale there. They stick up a little bit above the scale, which gives you plenty to grab onto and pull back. And it's buttery smooth. It really is buttery smooth. So no milling on those liners in there. Those are stainless steel liners, by the way. I probably would have been a good idea to do some milling in there and lower the weight a little bit. get it down closer to maybe closer to 4, but 4.8 isn't bad. 4.7, 4.8 is not bad at all. For this size knife anyway, it's definitely not bad at all. So, all right guys, that's going to wrap it up. If you guys own this knife or any other knives from Skallywag Tactical, let me know. Comment below. Let me know which ones you have and what you think about them. Are there any others? Because these are budget knives, and all other actions are similar to this. I would like to check out more. So comment below if you have one that you think I should check out, because these are getting into my price range. So my current price range, budgety stuff. So yeah, comment below and let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button for me. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and everyone make sure your notifications are turned on, because YouTube has a bad habit of turning them off. So all right guys, I'll see you on the next one.